We want to welcome to the program now Damian Lillard, a guy who's a big reason why, obviously, the Trailblazers are on this roll, got the impressive victory over Utah last night. Dame, appreciate very much your time. Welcome to the program.
What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing. We're just sitting here rehashing a couple of very nice wins and talking about what's ahead. How impressive in your mind was it to come back after the Golden State win, and given the contrast in styles between Golden State and Utah, was it to become the first team to beat Golden State and then win your next game, especially considering how different the styles of play were?
Yeah, I mean, we had to come out against Golden State, obviously the best team in the league, probably the best team in NBA history. And we knew it would, be a lot of small ball, it'd be a lot of fast pace, a lot of threes and stuff like that. So we had to prepare for that type of game. Some guys would be in the lineup for that game and maybe not for the next. And then you play against Utah, a low possession team. They don't shoot it the way Golden State shoot it. Just a completely different matchup. So, we had to lock in. We had to have our minds right for each game because each team presented a different challenge. And our team, embraced it. And I thought we did a great job of going out and getting after it in both games.
You sure did. Last year before, is your role different at the start of games? Now, this Warrior game, this Utah game, everyone knew these are big games. If the Blazers can somehow win both of them, boy, is your role changed from the years past as far as leadership goes, getting this team ready? Or is that Stotts' job, or is it your job? How do you look at this team before games?
I mean, my role has changed dramatically. I think it's one thing to have the coaches saying something, but, when you got a guy that's out there going to war with you saying that, it's different. The message is received different. And, in the past, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. I didn't want to, give a different message than somebody else might have been given. And, this year, a completely new team. I'm speaking my opinion. I call it how I see it. And everybody else, they respect what I have to say and how I feel about stuff. And it's not a dictatorship. I'm not like leading the team going out there where I call all the shots and what I say goes. But you got like Chief, he speaks up a lot. Kaman speaks up a lot. You got different guys who want to speak up and hold guys accountable. So it works out a lot better. But as far as games, in games like Golden State and Utah, just understanding that, both were huge games for us. I had to come out and I had to be aggressive and set the tone as the leader of the team, just to, kind of light that fire and spark something under the team and let them know that, look, we got to have these.
Dame, I don't know if I've been around a Blazer team, really, when you look at the entire roster, and it started with you, and it seems like so many of the points you make publicly are intentional to set an example for your teammates. And, before the season started, you gave Coach Stotts a ringing endorsement in terms of this is the guy I want and these are the reasons why. And we've heard other teammates of yours throughout the season kind of say the same thing. What is it about Coach Stotts that now has him getting the recognition, Coach of the Year type mention? What does he do for you guys in terms of communication, encouraging you guys to have lives outside of basketball, balancing life? Not every coach does that. Talk about your relationship with him and why all of the guys have seemed to come out and given him votes of confidence this season.
I mean, the best example is just the fact that me and Coach Stotts, we've never even had an argument. You know what I mean? I hear about, how other players and their coach, how they interact with each other, the things that go on, and we've never had that type of run-in. And I think everybody just appreciates how supportive he is as a coach, how much freedom he gives us, the confidence that he instills in the guys just by the opportunity that he runs plays for everybody. His door is always open, and I'm sure in a lot of situations the coach is setting what he wants to do and what he believes, and that's the bottom line, and that's the end of it. Whereas the Coach Stotts, he's willing to listen. Even with our assistant coaches, they're allowed to go out and coach and have input, and that's what makes our staff so strong because he's not caught up in, I'm the head coach, and like I said earlier, I'm going to call all the shots. He listens. He's supportive. His door is always open, and he allows guys to be themselves, not yanking guys out after making mistakes. And the team we have, I think he's been perfect for us, and the type of person he is, makes it, to where I get along great with him, and I feel like, we can work together for a long time.
We're going to talk about Harkless and Crabbe, but something intrigues me. We'll get back to basketball in a minute. I've always been a music buff, mostly jazz, but I look at your songs and I always wonder, are these scripted when you do a rap video? do you write down, I know West Side Story, Lorna and Lowe, they wrote the music for it. Now, do you script your rap, or does this all come from your head? How do you go about putting together a song?
Well, when I'm putting together a song, I come up with a concept. I figure out, what story I want to tell. And when I come up with that concept, then I go into, things that I've been through, my experiences with it, and then I write it down. Obviously I put it into a rhyme, but I keep it close to, what's really happened. I don't go out there and just say anything. I'm really telling a story, and so that's how it happens. Come up with a concept, and then you put what you've been through, and you tell your story through it.
We gave fans a taste of your latest track last night in the open of the broadcast. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we had a little video of you too. Some of your highlights from Golden State over the top of "They Sleep." Is that?
Oh yeah, They Sleep.
Yep. Good stuff. So.
Now, and that was happening in your life. You put to words. I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So poetry.
I wrote that.
Yeah. Now, do you write all your stuff?
I went to the studio.
I
write all my stuff.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dame, Mike talked about before he asked that question. He brought up Harkless and Crabbe. The moves that Neil Olshey made in the offseason in terms of not just Harkless and Henderson and Vonleh and Plumlee, they've all seemed to blend perfectly together. And you have to have a president of basketball ops who gets and has his fingers on the pulse of a team and the personalities and how it might affect chemistry. And it seems like all those moves have been tremendous, and each guy has meshed well together. And it seems like that's the strength of this team. You tweeted it out on trade deadline day. The unity of the team is your strength.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and I think a lot of our success and a lot of why we get along so well and our team is so tight is because even more important than the talent and everything else is we got good people. We brought in good people, and when good people work together, it can become something big. It can be more than what the talent out there actually might be. You know what I mean? I think because everybody counted us out, nobody really gave us a shot because they didn't know a lot about what we had on our team. We got guys that come in here with something to prove, and guys that believe in themselves. And when you get on a team with other guys that believe in you too, and other guys that want to see you do well too, you only gonna go up. And I think that's what's been happening for our team is everybody has each other's back. Everybody wants to see each other do well, and it's genuine. And everybody can feel that it's genuine. So there's no selfishness, and nobody getting caught up in themselves because of those reasons. And I think all of that is allowing us to overachieve, do better than what people expect.
That's probably brings us up to our last question is now that expectations are a little higher, and you guys have made it that way with 29 wins, is there any chance, because almost every game you haven't been the favorite in this season, so you've always been bucking the odds, but now you're playing a Brooklyn team that's only won 15 games. Is there any chance that you might overlook a team like this?
Well, for us, I can't speak for anybody else, but we aren't in any position to overlook anybody. The truth is we don't have the luxury of doing that. Just If the champs can go out there and lose by 30, then we can for sure go out there and lose by 30. So I think the main thing is our team just understanding the things that we've been doing over the last 20 games that's allowed us to be successful, defending physically and having our hands active and, being disruptive and getting out and moving the ball, playing together, and everybody just, really pouring themselves into their role on the team. We stick to that, and, we may not win every game, but that's what's going to give us our best chance. So, we got to go out there tomorrow and have that same mindset, and we got to, be the same team every night and just continue to be consistent.
Dame, we respect your time and appreciate very much you coming on the program. Keep up the great work. Congratulations so far, and we know there's work ahead, but it's been a fun ride so far.
Drop some dimes.
Appreciate it.
Dropping dimes.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, Dave. Damian Lillard, our guest here on Trailblazers Courtside.